The most interesting job, volunteer job that I worked on for Cover was for a neighbor of mine. And he came to me one day after a big rainstorm and said his roof leaked. I went over and looked, and he had 5-gallon pails all over the house collecting the rainwater that was just coming through like a sieve.
I heard about Cover when my husband, who had just had an amputation, needed to come home. It was totally unexpected for him to lose his leg, but I needed a ramp. I needed a walk-in bathroom, and I had no idea where to begin. And then I called Cover.
I sent an email with a lot of pictures of this gentleman, whose name is Raymond, and the condition of his house. And I got an email back. They said to me, if you can come up with the volunteers, we'll provide the materials and a supervisor. And I was fairly new in the neighborhood, so I sent an email around to the neighborhood. And we ended up with 32 volunteers out of the neighborhood. And 32 people showed up that weekend. And not only did we repair his roof, we repaired his kitchen.
And like manna from heaven, they came in and they rebuilt my bathroom. They put in this huge walk-in shower. And then they put in safety rails and made it accessible for somebody with his handicap.
When I was a child, my family was a recipient of Cover services, and Cover actually helped to end our homelessness and get my family into a home.
Cover's mission of fostering hope and building community is exactly what that day meant. That's what it meant to that couple. It's what it meant to the volunteers that were there.
The jobs that I've worked with Cover have really built community, and you can really see the hope in the homeowners when they realize that an urgent repair has been made, and that's going to help them stay in their home, which really is the goal of Cover, is to keep people in their homes and build the community at the same time.
I worked in a job where I didn't get involved with my community very much, so I was kind of an island in the middle of Charlestown, New Hampshire. But when they came out to the community came out to my house, I felt like a part of the community. I felt like I belonged there. And it was a really warm, fuzzy feeling. And the volunteers are the amazing part. They're the ones that say, hey, hi, how are you?
We talked about a lot of things, what's going on, just talking like ghost stories to everything else, and talking about different backgrounds from whoever came at the site, and experiencing a lot of what each person had to say.
Many of them who can will provide lunches for the crew, and we get to meet them, socialize with them, and hear their story.
I got to tell my story. Fleming got to tell his story because at that time he was around for the ramp building, and he was a very social person and bubbly and effervescent, and he got to be that again. With his amputation, they brought out the best in him.
Working with Cover on this project, I felt like I made a big difference for a number of different people in my community. The homeowners that I've come across all seemed very grateful, and then when I've seen them around town, I felt good that they were thriving.
The best part was seeing him wheel her down to the ramp and just see the smile on her face and his face. I would volunteer again in a heartbeat to do something like that.
Would I recommend this experience to anybody else? Absolutely. And I do, because it is very rewarding to be able to help somebody and, and see their appreciation and know that you're here for a reason and doing something good.